Good morning, Mañana no Mas, folks. This is Kurt, your host of the Mañana no Mas morning check-in, and it's another great day. Here we are. It is Wednesday. Let me turn off the volume there. Okay, good. So it is Wednesday. I'm seeing November 18th, 2020 on the calendar, and man, the year is coming to a fast and furious end. Yesterday, I kind of started to slip up a little bit during my morning message, and I was going to slip and say, "Hey, we've got this event coming, blah blah blah." And then I realized, I get so excited about things, but I need to make sure that the power partners involved in this thing are truly on board, that they agree with the marketing and all that stuff. And so what I did was I organized what I'm calling the Power Sport Roundtable. So this is like a real announcement now, right? So I organized what I'm calling the Power Sport Roundtable. The Power Sport Roundtable it's a culmination of like all my thoughts and relationships and discussions with people in the power sport industry over the last year and going through this COVID crisis. At the very, very beginning of this whole thing, at the beginning of 2020, I was like, man, I'm going to take fixed operations training virtual so dealers don't have to pay for travel, hotel, rental car, lose time in the dealership, sending someone to a workshop, things like that. And I'm still going to give them access to the information that I've personally helped other dealerships with as they've grown on an average of 47% parts and labor sales. And so I launched that and I thought, this is a no brainer, man. These guys are going to sign up. And then I was like, okay, well, maybe they're distracted by the rest of my Mañana no Mas material because I'm a diversified kind of cat, man. I got stuff on physical fitness, leadership, goal setting, key performance indicators, things like that, right? So I had a varied library of material. And then the featured stuff was power sports fixed operations. And I said, you know what? I'm going to create my own academy just for power sports. So that's when I made the Power Sport Academy. So I made the Power Sport Academy. That launched me into phase 3 of my project, right? We had already been through proof of concept. We had been through introductory pricing. And now we were at normal pricing and a virtual example, right? And I was like, wow, I'm still not getting the traffic that I thought I would get. I speak to some dealers and they don't really have an inkling on why they should train their service staff. Like they'll say, "Oh, my guys could use a little help," but they're already busy. And then I look at the numbers and I go, "You guys aren't busy. You're inefficient. There's a difference, right?" But you can't be insulting to people like this. So I wanted to come at this from an angle of how can I add value to dealer principals, dealer general managers? How can I add the most amount of value to these guys in a short amount of time? And I was part of a thing called Fixed Operations Roundtable that's more of an automotive based initiative that's online. And they do a phenomenal job. And I was like, you know what? We should have a power sport roundtable. That's it. Right. So I got an expert salesperson. I got an expert BDC person. I got an expert social media person. I'm going to take care of service. And we've got a 5-hour event that we've scheduled for December 9th, 2020. And here's my goal. My goal was how can I front load dealers and general managers with the best ideas from the best people in the niche that fits the needs of their dealership the most? How can I get them this information before the holiday sales and the holiday shutdowns and, the sleepless nights of figuring out what 2021 is going to look like? From the very beginning onset of COVID, I said, and I published, and I put it in print all over the internet, you know, social distancing is going to increase traffic at motorcycle dealerships. I was correct. I said sales would go up. I was correct. I implored people to, put the effort into sales and building those relationships, but don't give away the store, maintain your margins. I knew that the supply chain would break. Also, my ties, my interaction at the OEM level, I knew that different manufacturers were reducing their staff. I knew that they were reducing their inventories. I knew that they were going to have a supply chain break. And I put so much of this information into my public posts, without calling people out by name and saying, Joe Smith told me over at ABC that they're not going to import any more product, right? I didn't say that stuff, but I'm like, I'm hearing from multiple sources that the supply chain will be broken. Do not give away your inventory. Make sure you maintain your margins. And then I said, when sales runs out of inventory or runs out of the desirable inventory, people will start pulling things out of storage sheds, garages, friends' basements, and things like that in a desire to restore things and have fun and go ride. And now you're going to start to see that happening at the service level. As I'm seeing all this unfold and as I'm foretelling it before it happens, I'm like, how can I get dealers to pay attention? How can I get them how can I add the most amount of value to them in a way that makes sense, in a way that doesn't sound like I'm being preachy, in a way that really is, I just want to see the best for you. And so I thought putting this group of experts together would be the best way for each dealer to sit in and really pay attention to the point that they think could be their best area of growth, right? So we have a service area, we have we have service, sales, BDC, which is business development center, right? How to process your leads, how to examine your incoming and outgoing phone calls, take a look at your scripting, things like that. Um, and bringing it all together with someone that specializes in social media strategies and power sports, I think really kind of ties it all together, right? And so I'm super excited about the program. It'll be December 9th. It is from 9 to 2. That's Pacific Standard Time. So 9 in the morning till 2 in the afternoon. December 9th. It's in the middle of the week. You should be able to plan yourself some coverage and be able to just open up a laptop and start taking some notes. The talent that we've put together for this thing is it's phenomenal. Go to powersportroundtable.com, powersportroundtable.com, and just check it out. We're not even charging for this, right? That's one of those things where it's like, we sit together and we go, well, should we charge $500? Should we charge $400? Should we charge $300? And I was like, you know what? This is our first roundtable. Let's just put it out there for free. Let's just invite these guys to come and see what happens. If we can get a decent audience of participating dealers to at least show the interest in improving their situation, then it gives us hope that we can move forward and keep adding value to people as that relationship develops. So super, super excited about it. Super. I mean, over the top. So powersportroundtable.com. You can reserve your seat right through the site. The system will send you a couple of reminders to let you know what's going on, and you'll get a link right before the event, so you'll be able to sign in and pay attention to that. And then we've got a couple of other featured people that are going to be coming to this event that are going to be able to fill the spaces between the talks and things like that. It's going to be really fun. So I'm looking forward to that. I almost slipped and made the announcement yesterday, but like I said, I just want to make sure everybody was on base. And once I met with Joe and Laura and Stacy and Brian, then I was like, okay, this is a thing. We can move this forward. We can publish the crud out of it, promote the wheels off of it, and get as many dealer owners and general managers as possible into this little space. And like I said, my goal before COVID was, how can I add the most amount of value to dealers without making them jump on an airplane, rent a car, or take time out of the shop? And this is it. So I hope that you guys appreciate it. I hope you know how much I love you guys. And if you are following me and you know somebody that this message pertains to, please, please, please take a moment, click the link, copy the link, send it in an email, a text message, whatever. Share this with as many people as you possibly can that the message relates to. All right.